This isn't how I thought this movie would be. I envisioned capturing a standoff of sorts, me and my parents' anxious dog navigating 2 solitary weeks together. I expected scenes filled with comic avoidance and begrudging tolerance. But that's not what happened. There was no hiding or running. Instead, she let her guard down and I saw who she really is. And I think she saw me, too. Good girl. Up you go. Yeah. Oh, I know you weren't expecting to see me, huh? Hi. Yeah. Hello. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, can you sit? That's a good girl. That's such a good girl. Oh, you're so much smaller than I remember. Now I'm going to be as blunt and transparent with you as possible, all right? Mom and Dad aren't home. They're not going to be home for like 2 weeks. So you have to put up with me. I know. But it'll be okay. We're going to have a good time. Okay? Come on, let's go home. I think this was the point where it dawned on her that they weren't home. I can't just tell her they'll be home in a few weeks. I don't know what words she understands, let alone an order to arrange them in so she'll understand that everything is fine. She spent all day moping in bed, only getting a little bit excited when we went on walks. I try to play with her, but she's too caught up in her head to enjoy things. Go ahead. Chloe. She spends all day alone, sitting, getting walked occasionally. She treats me more like a roommate than a friend, content with sitting in bed all day. There must be a way to cheer her up, to get her to leave her room. I try the easiest thing first and take her to one of her favorite places. Would you like to go to the dog park? Wow. You want to go to the dog park? Oh my goodness. Whenever she's at the dog park, she doesn't play with the other dogs. It's strange. You'd think after the isolation of being home all day, she'd want to socialize. But she sniffs around for about half an hour and then asks to go home. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's vexing. Well, that was a disaster, huh? As soon as you entered, you were attacked. Poor thing. To be fair, I also had a hard time socializing, so I get it. Anyway. I keep taking her to the dog park. She always hangs on the periphery, even when people are talking and having fun. She just stands there, almost daring herself to make a friend, but never quite getting there. Days have passed, and I think the loneliness is getting to her. At first, she only spent an hour with me in the room I'm staying in. Then she spent multiple hours, all the way to a whole day. She's finally leaving her room and joining me in mine. A brave step in the right direction. She loves sitting out in the sun. If she's alone for too long, she'll start to yip, asking for a friend to come join her. I've never had the honor until today. The loneliness was getting to me too, I guess. I was going on more walks than I thought I would. I sometimes wonder if she's reflecting what she sees. To be honest, I don't feel like playing either. One night, around midnight, Chloe starts barking at the front door, something she does when people are nearby. I reluctantly went out to see what was the matter, and there was nothing. She kept alert at the front door, but there was nothing there. She came to me in my room, panicked and concerned. Chloe, what's wrong? It's like midnight and she's freaked out about something. It took 2 walks to get her to calm down, and even then she didn't go back to bed. Instead, she stayed up, anxiously gnawing at a toy until she went to bed. It was 3 a.m. when I did my second perimeter sweep. I don't know if it was the unfamiliar house with the horrifically loud AC unit right outside my window, or if it was the large and charged heart attack amount of caffeine I had from Panera earlier that day, but I was paranoid. Every sound, every noise, every fear. There was, of course, nothing to be worried about. Chloe was sleeping. She was over it. I was wired. I was on edge. Is this how Chloe feels all the time? Why does the air conditioner sound like a door? Why do the crickets sound like beeping? Why aren't any of the cameras loading? What if someone tries to approach via a canal? Would I notice? Why does everything sound so weird? It smells like I'm about to get mugged. I went to bed at 4 a.m. that morning, only to be greeted by Chloe needing me to take her for a walk at 8 a.m. I groggily complied, knowing the barks and howls that would come if I didn't. I laughed at myself. I couldn't believe I was so insane last night. Chloe has forgotten the whole thing, probably. She was able to calm down so easily. Where do I get a toy like that? Chloe plays with me now. She's even drumming up the courage to sleep at the foot of my bed. But she hasn't forgotten to be sad. There's no need to be worried. Everything's gonna be okay. I don't know what she's thinking. I can only personify the facial expressions she makes. I think this one is the worry of a dog that hasn't lost hope. Splashing makes her anxious. She can't explain why. Nobody understands why, but it does. She doesn't get what she's barking at. Why does she bark? Boats fly by here all the time and the waves slap the wall, making a sound she doesn't understand. I don't think boaters are technically supposed to do that. The canal is a no-wake zone, as posted at the entrance to the system. The essence of such a guideline seems so straightforward, yet its enforcement is nebulous, lost in the murky interpretations of those who navigate these waters. It's unfortunate maybe not everyone is attuned to the subtle difference between right and hardly right. But why bother barking when the boat is already long gone? Is she reacting to the noise, the unsettling motion? Or perhaps she's voicing her displeasure at something she can't understand or control? More concerningly, why do I try to calm her down, convincing her that it's okay because it's just the way it is? Maybe I've prematurely resigned myself to the idea that barking at the waves is futile. Chloe refuses to be so complacent. She doesn't understand pretentious metaphors, but maybe she barks not expecting the world to change, but instead refusing to silently accept its current state. She won't stop barking at the splashing that makes her anxious. Good girl.